Democrats in Congress have plundered the library of racy novels, dreamy fairy tales and bizarre science fiction paperbacks. They have even stoked their own psychotropic fever dreams. They have scrawled in the margins and defaced every book on the shelves, turning each one into a choose-your-own-adventure mystery drama. Yet, still, they could not conjure up a story wild enough or scary enough or remotely believable enough to bring down President Trump. So, now they are headed for the nonfiction stacks. While Democrats in Congress were entirely consumed with impeaching President Trump, it now appears the president was conspiring with the leaders of Wuhan, China, and the wild bat delicacy industry to hatch a virus so deadly and uncontrollably transmissible that it would spark a global pandemic and shut down the world's economy. All in an effort to, I don't know, help Russia? Maybe. Or, because he is racist. Whatever. House Intelligence Committee Chairman Adam Schiff explained on Easter Sunday how he and fellow Democrats plan to blame the crisis on President Trump before the 2020 election. "We are right now going through our intelligence holdings. What did the intelligence community make us aware of at the end of last year or earlier this year?" This would be the same Adam Schiff who for more than 3 years now has lied to gullible reporters about his spectacular fantasies of Mr. Trump in a Moscow hotel room with hookers. This is the same ridiculous nutjob who for years now has been lying to American voters about how he has secret evidence that he cannot share proving that President Trump colluded with Russian President Vladimir Putin to steal the 2016 election. Secret evidence, it turned out, that all came from the Kremlin. This is the same desperate, dishonest charlatan who, after his Russian fantasy went up in smoke, turned his imagination to Ukraine and began spinning new fantasies about Mr. Trump conspiring with the president of Ukraine to make Joe Biden look bad, as if Joe Biden needs any help looking bad. And, of course, this is the same Adam Schiff who colluded with phone callers he believed to be actual Ukrainians in order to obtain naked pictures of President Trump. Now Mr. Schiff and his fellow Democrats have seized on something that at least did actually happen, the Wuhan crisis. This virus is as deadly real as these people are ridiculously unserious. Schiff and his band of twittering impeachment fairies have decided to turn the awesome powers of the legislative branch of the federal government into yet another weapon against President Trump. This time, they want to use all their constitutional powers to accuse the president of somehow playing dumb to allow the spread as far and wide as possible so as to infect and kill as many Americans as possible. Again, to what end? To help Russia? To prop up his only personal financial interests in the wild bat trade? Anyway, this latest fever dream is downright comical, given the fact that it was Schiff and his twittering impeachment fairies who were fully engaged with impeaching President Trump while the pandemic was brewing and first jumped from China to America. Mr. Trump can point to actual decisions he made at that time to combat the pandemic, while Mr. Schiff and his dollhouse friends can point to nothing other than their failed impeachment charade in Congress, as the pandemic marched across the globe. That's not to say that Schiff's latest delusions are not terrifying. They are. Because we now know the dark depths of depravity Schiff and the anti-Trump crusaders in Washington will resort to in pursuit of Mr. Trump. They will stop at nothing, and there is no apparatus of the federal government they won't try to use in their zealous pursuit. The only hope for President Trump, and the American people, is that Schiff and his crusaders have completely destroyed their own credibility. At this point, even the most rabid anti-Trump voter doesn't believe these people anymore. They may never vote for President Trump's re-election, but nor will they ever believe another fantastical lie spun by Schiff and his impeachment fairies.